Good morning, everyone. I hope you had enough time to play our Quarantine Points math game. So if you have had enough time, please give me a thumbs up using the tools on the screen. Sorry. Okay. So if you are playing along with us, I'm going to stop sharing the screen right now. Well, let's see. Okay. If you played the quarantine math game and would like to show us your number and maybe be a winner this morning, I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now so that we can see your answers. Okay, so if you played, please hold up your answers. I am looking for the highest number. Okay, see 25, 18. Ooh, a 45. 28. Good. I love that you used your phone. Does that say 37.5? Okay, let's see. Okay, so I think the highest number was 53. I see now, 53. And I think that's the highest number. If you had a number higher than 53, speak now. Oh, someone's saying 61. Maybe I missed it. 61. Higher than 61?
Miss Lorena has 68.
Oh, 68. Thank you. I'm trying to scroll the screens. Okay. 68. So, Miss Lorena, if you could please put your email address in the chat. I am going to, and I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen again. Okay, I am going to send you an email with a little gift card to Duncan to thank you for playing this morning. So that is just a great idea if you are doing any synchronous instruction with your students to it's math, first of all, but it's a great idea while people are logging in and getting started to have an activity for them to complete. So let's just take myself here. Just want to introduce myself. Welcome again. I am Dr. Chantel Scott, and I am a teacher. I teach high school English. This is my 17th year. I am also a Google certified innovator and trainer. I work with teachers from kindergarten to college level, and I am a speaker. So that's our little intro activity. If you played, I hope you had fun. So I will check for our winner's email address in the chat a little bit later. All right, so we are all here because we are going to do a Google Classroom makeover today. So that is, let me just go, okay. So this is, as you can see already, a little bit interactive of a training. You won't need to speak at any point. However, I am going to ask you to go out to the web and look at some things with me, okay? So this is our bit.ly. It's GC Makeover Center. Now, here's why I'm giving this to you. Synchronous instruction is so valuable. That's what we're doing right now. This time is super valuable. So we're going to use this time to cover the why we should make over our classrooms. That's what the Makeover Center is for. It's for the asynchronous time that you can look at the resources and the video tutorials that I've created specifically for you, so that you can make over your classroom at your own pace. Okay, so grab this bit.ly. Again, it's GC Makeover Center. If you can't actually see it for some reason. All right. When you get there, you will see that you will be entered into my Bitmoji Makeover Center. And what's great about Bitmoji Classroom, so to speak, and we'll talk about that a little bit later, is that all of your resources or all of your links can be housed in a single place. So this is how it works. These blue folders that you should be seeing on your screen are links. It's like going to a folder in a filing cabinet. So each of those links has a brief video tutorial for you on how to do these things. And again, I will repeat this again and again over the next few minutes. Okay. All right. So with any meeting, and remember, we are in remote learning. At some point, we might have to have some synchronous meetings with our students. If you are not already, it's really important to set the meeting protocols. So I see that almost all of you are doing this. So just as a reminder, please mute your audio. If you have outside noise in the background, to be respectful to other learners. And also, please use the conversation tools, the yes or the no, the thumbs up, the thumbs down. Hopefully you will not need the coffee handle for I need a break, but please use those tools, as it is hard to actually see you all when my screen is being shared. Okay, so before we get started with our why on why we should make over our Google Classrooms, I just want to thank Ms. Scherer and Mrs. Savoy, because they volunteered to work with me early in the week to showcase how simple the Google Classroom Makeover actually is. And so throughout this presentation, we will be looking at their classroom. So you can see, oh, that's what my classroom is going to look like when I go through these 4 simple steps. Okay, so thank you so much. If I could give you this basket physically, I would. I know that you do not have to take the time out of your busy schedules to do any of this. As I mentioned, I'm a teacher as well, and I know that putting more stuff on your plate is not always cool. So thank you so much. All right, here we are. This is a Google Classroom. And our makeover today, or that I'm suggesting, is a 4-point makeover. So this is essentially like phase 1 of our makeover, and it goes through 4 points. I always like to suggest that you get this extension, and we'll talk about why in just a moment. But we're on this slide, we're looking at numbers 1 and number 2, getting the Bitmoji extension and customizing the banner. So I know that this is an elementary school, and I've been in many elementary schools over the course of my life. And I'm sure that most of you do not use bland, generic decorations in your classroom. That's what the banner that comes uploaded to Google Classroom essentially is. If you would customize your own classroom to make it feel and look like you, that is exactly what you should do when you are in a virtual classroom. It actually demonstrates to the students that you are taking ownership over this space. So I often like to suggest that you use your Bitmoji to do this. And if you don't have a Bitmoji, once again, the Makeover Center that I have sent to you will explain how to do that as well. But the the extension at the top will is something that you can add to Chrome, and you can use your Bitmoji in many places. Bitmoji is an excellent, excellent idea to, show up, add that little personal touch to your classroom. Okay, so here we are. Just want to remind you that you can find the Bitmoji extension folder here and customizing the Google Classroom header. Once again, you will get some instruction how to do that when you go there. So let's look at Miss Scher's makeover. So she's got the generic whatever Google's doing with that header. And she went through the customization process that is suggested on the link. And here she has something that looks way more dynamic. And there she is inside of her little spaceship. Really, you can really see her personality come out, and basically the walls in her classroom have been decorated. I just want to go to my Google Classroom quickly. You can see that in Dr. Shan's classroom, I have taken another step to update my header with animation. And there also is a tutorial on how to do that in the Makeover Center. All right. Okay, so that's why we need to customize our banner. Make the classroom look and feel like you. So numbers 1 and 2, check, already done. So if there are any questions right now, please just let me know or speak. Okay, so moving on. So step 3 in our makeover is to clean up the stream. Okay, so the stream can be intense. Why do we need to clean up the stream? Um, I want you to rethink the purpose of your stream. The purpose of our stream is to I'll go back to that in a second. The stream should be the social hub of the classroom. So this is a place where we are giving announcements, celebrating students, posting fun videos and pictures and games. Think more like Facebook or Instagram. It is like our social feed of Google Classroom. Yes, that means, as Bitmoji Dr. Shan is showing, no classwork belongs on the stream. So let's take a look at this classroom again. So here we have our makeover. And so on the left here, we see what the stream looked like before. This is prime real estate for actually interacting with our students, and it is packed with posted a new assignment, really making it hard for our parents and our students on the other side of the screen to really filter through what's really going on in the class. If we look down here at our makeover, we see a wonderful announcement that some changes have been made to the classroom and where the work can be found. And students are responding under saying, like, hi, I miss you, and I'm moving. But that's what that space is for, announcements and talking. Okay, so I know that it is in the Makeover Center, but I am going to quickly show you how to do this because it is super, super simple and will take you just minutes. Okay, so here in my classroom, I have a wheel at the very top. When I click this wheel, well, just notice this first. I have all of these assignments streaming and I have a fun announcement down here, but it's kind of getting lost in my assignments. So here we are at my wheel. Okay, so with my wheel, I'm going to go down to General. And this is where I clean up my stream. So where it says stream, students can post and comment. This is up to you. As a high school English teacher, I do want my students to post and comment there because some of the assignments I give, I want them to post pictures and memes and things. But this is up to you. And you have a few options that students can only comment and not post something. And by comment, that means that you are commenting below a teacher's post, or do you want them to be able to make their own posts on the stream? Totally up to you. I am going to leave on students can post and comment. If you are doing an ultimate cleanup, you do want to say students can only comment. All right, so classwork on the stream. Remember, this stream is not the place for classwork. I know it sounds like, wait, what? How will they find anything? But classwork on the stream, show condensed notifications is usually what the auto setting is. I'm simply going to change that to hide notifications. So when I do that and hit save, I go back to my classroom, and just like that, all of my classwork has disappeared, or so it seems. And I'm left with my fun announcement about a fun Friday challenge that I'm giving the students. Okay, so it really is simple to get the classwork off of the stream. And we'll talk about how to organize the classwork tab in just a little bit. So I do want to just commend again, Ms. Schur here for letting the students know where the classwork has gone. I highly, highly, highly recommend that you do that as well. So back to our fun announcement that on my classroom, it's Fun Friday and you've been challenged. So little known fact, or maybe you do know, Kahoot has upgraded itself for remote learning, and students can play and take these self-paced challenges. So I want you to play another game with me quickly and go and grab this Bitly. Once you get there, please type in your real name. So no like Frog John or whatever. Please type in your real name. So that's bit.ly, bit.ly/Scott Kahoot. Okay, so I'm just going to wait 30 seconds just to keep the pace of this going. I recognize it's Memorial Day weekend, but I do want to just show you a great idea on how you can do some fun things right through the stream on Google Classroom. Okay, so once you get there and while you're playing that, I'm just gonna open up the general Kahoot settings here. Just make this down a little. Okay, so you'll notice that um, I have my summary window open, and this window is directly connected to the Kahoot self-paced challenge that I have posted on the stream. And after I get a few responses, I will go back and show you how I did that quickly. But notice it's directly integrated into Google Classroom right here. So once I've created my Kahoot, I simply click self-paced and Google Classroom, and it shows right up on my stream. So it's a great place to gamify your classroom and use the stream for the purpose that it's intended. Refresh here just in case we have any submissions. Okay, so what I love about this, not only is it fun, you can do something serious, you can do something fun, you can, whatever your heart desires on Kahoot, but if I'm using it for a formative assessment of some sort and something that's not just for fun, it shows me what the difficult questions were for my students. I have the opportunity to create a new Kahoot and put it back on my fun stream on Google Classroom. Um, but just with the difficult questions, I get a list of students that need help. So I know that those are questions like, wait, what is she asking me? It's just for fun. It's Fun Friday. I told you it was a bit of a challenge. So students that need help, and back to my summary here, students that have not yet finished. So I think that this is an awesome tool, and I love that it can go straight to your stream to make the stream a place that is fun, or maybe not fun for the students, but that has announcements and more social interactive things. So if you didn't know that Kahoot has self-paced, then um, that is something that I hope you will use in remote world. Okay, so I'm going to leave this screen, but there is another winner. So when I get to look at all of the responses and see who's gotten the most correct, I too will find out your email address and send you your Dunkin' Donuts gift card. Okay, so how did I do that? In case you're wondering, Kahoot has a discover button, and you can quickly find challenges and edit them straight through the discover button, or you can create your own. But if it's just for Fun Friday, just something quick, I totally would use that discover button. In fact, my students right now are actually completing one of these Kahoot challenges as their fun task today. So you'll get an option to either use the Kahoot for your virtual classroom or for self-paced learning. And I selected, to complete our activity today, the self-paced learning option. Also, you can assign the challenge, turn off the question timer, or leave it on, depending on whether or not you want accurate answers or speed answers. So at noon today, our challenge will expire. So, or you can leave it open for a week, whatever you want. And lastly, you'll be brought to a way to share. And as I mentioned, hit that Google Classroom button and put it right on the stream. Okay, as you can see, make an announcement means putting it on the stream. Okay, so pausing quickly because we are almost done here with our classroom cleanup. So we've gotten, or you will, get a Bitmoji and a Bitmoji extension so you can really personalize your classroom. I highly, highly, highly suggest customize the banner. Why? It gives that personal flair that you're taking ownership over the classroom. We must clean up our streams. It is our social hub. But don't forget to tell your students where the classwork has gone. And don't be afraid to put fun things on the stream, like a little self-paced challenge Kahoot. So pausing really fast before we do our fourth and last cleanup item. Okay, remember, I am going to go back to that Kahoot and find a winner. So if you didn't play yet and you want to play with us, please feel free. It is bit.ly/Scott Kahoot. All right, organizing the classwork tab. Classwork, oh my goodness, it's like insane. It's like I don't know what was where and what's going on. So this is once again your colleagues made over classroom, and I just think it looks so awesome. So what did we do here? We created topics, and those topics for can't just be anything in remote learning worlds. So if you look how neat and tidy everything looks, let me show you how she did that. Okay, so I'm just going to show you by going to my classroom again and clicking my classroom tab. So notice I've got a stream of stuff as well. And I'm simply going to create topics by hitting the create button and clicking then topic. Now, I have always used topics in my classroom. So this is just a tip. Topics like Romeo and Juliet, I'm just thinking of things that I teach, or don't really work for remote learning because students in many cases are completing things by week or just or not even on time at all. So being able to see what they missed and find things week by week really is the most logical way to organize topics on Google Classroom. So whatever week this is, I don't even know anymore, maybe 9, I don't know. I think it's 9 for us. I don't know when you started. With the dates of that week so that there is no confusion on what week 9 is. And I'm just going to hit add. So once I do that, notice over here that a topic list gets created. So when I click here, only that topic will show up for the students. How do I move things into that topic? Well, if I open up this assignment here and edit it, assignment 5, which is quite blank, you'll notice that the topic area here says no topic, and I'm just going to move this assignment into week 9 with a due date of the 22nd and hit save. So assignment 5 moves there. Do I think that, I know you're at the very tail end of your remote learning experience with your students, but I highly, highly, highly suggest opening up the year with your classwork, if remote learning persists, of course, organized in this way. It will make your life grading a lot simpler, and it will make the home life view of the screen for your students a lot simpler as well. Okay, so one last thing, and then I'm going to turn this meeting over to your principal. There is an extreme makeover option, and that's the Bitmoji classroom. Bitmoji classrooms do take a little time, but I hope that if you use the starter kit, that time can be cut a little bit. So in our Google Classroom Makeover Center, you'll notice that there's blue folders for um, for creating interactive Bitmoji classrooms and a Bitmoji classroom starter kit, which we'll get to in a second. But our two teachers, Ms. Shura and Ms. Savoy, have taken this challenge. I do explain why Bitmoji classrooms are awesome in the interactive videos that I've given you in the source. Here's Ms. Savoy's interactive classroom. Looks awesome. Students can click around. I have you on screen share, so I'm not going to click anything, but I know that there's music that comes out of this boombox when they click it. There's I believe it might be Charlotte's Web. Not exactly sure. I think that's what a read aloud on this bookshelf. And I think that was Why Do Plants Need to Grow coming out of this computer. An awesome way to really spice up the look and feel of your assignments. And again, like I said with my Makeover Center, house everything in one place. And so we also have Ms. Scher's virtual classroom here, and she has opted to use her Bitmoji. What I love about this one is that this is an opportunity to connect with your students. I didn't know that she loves Star Wars, and we've got The Mandalorian, and we've got Baby Yoda 2020 on the plant here, and this will be a linkable. I'm assuming these tabs will be linkable, and the students can progress through the assignment and really feel like they are in your classroom. So Bitmoji Classroom, if you're on Facebook, you might know that it is trending like wild, but it's because it's really, really a great thing to do to make over your classroom and your classwork. So I just want to show you again that you can get all of the video tutorials that you will need in right here in the Makeover Center. And this is essentially what the Bitmoji Classroom Starter Kit looks like. I do give you a little video on how to make the animated Bitmoji Classroom banner, but there's examples that you can switch out the Bitmoji and toss yours in or create your own links, or if you are really, really, really ready to work, then you can use these resources that are all ready to go. Create a background, get your bookcases and lighting. Once again, you can click through this stuff on your own. I'm not going to bore you with that. But that's it. It's a 4-point makeover and a challenge, which is the Bitmoji Classroom. I super hope that you will either finish the year this way or start the year with a really good looking Google Classroom. So is there anyone that has any questions that I can answer at this moment? I promise that the video tutorials will be really easy to follow when you do this at some other time. Oh, by the way, the Bitmoji starter kit is a living document, which means I'm constantly updating it. Anything from anyone? If not, I thank you so much for your attention. That is my contact information, and I'm going to turn this meeting over to Ms. Harris.
Thank you. We have a couple questions. One question in the chat was, once you create the Bitmoji Classroom, what do you actually do with it next? I posted mine as an attachment in Google Classroom, but are there other ideas?
Oh, okay. Sorry. I didn't get a chance to look in the chat. Thank you so much for that. So there's, I guess, posting it in the classroom is a great way to just organize an assignment for the week or the day. That actually is the most recommended way to use this for the students, because keeping everything sort of in one place is a grand idea for remote learning. So you can post it out to websites when you actually don't have one open, but you can, as one of the options under on Google Slides, is that you can actually embed this on websites. I don't know if you're using some other tool, but you can embed it on a website and have all of your things that way. If we are talking extreme Google Classroom Makeover, I always recommend using Google Sites, but that is for a whole other day, in which all your Bitmoji classrooms can stream there beautifully. So for now, just put the slide as an assignment or send it out via email, however you are connecting with your parents. Is that answer
Yeah.
that?
She said thank you. Are there any other questions? Anyone else have any questions for Dr. Chantel? Dr. Shan? I didn't see that.
No? Okay. Well, my email address is there if anyone has any questions. I will stop sharing my screen so that you can see the full block of people if they are sharing their screens.
Okay, thank you so much. Can we just give her a round of applause for all of her work with us? She's worked with Ms. Shara and Ms. Savoy, and I did put in the chat to thank them for saying yes, because I kind of asked them to allow her to help them. And first grade, they did some work yesterday about around Google Classrooms and just making it more engaging and all those things. So I want to thank everyone for this information. I mean, for being actively engaged and willing to learn and grow. And I just want to tell you a little bit of the why I asked her to do this and do it now. The reason why is because prior to when distance learning first started, I didn't think it would be beneficial to start to here. I wanted you guys to get more comfortable with it. Some people have been comfortable with Google Classroom and online learning, but many people have not. So I felt that at the end, now that, we're almost close to the end for now, because we all know, I hope you know, that this is going to continue. Not necessarily, I don't know yet if it's going to be all day, every day, and we'll stay home, or if it's going to be a hybrid, but I am almost certain that this distance learning is going to be a part of our instructional program next year. So now that we're comfortable with it, I thought it was time for us to learn some new strategies and some new things. And I hope Dr. Shan will be willing to help us in the future as we continue to grow and learn. So I hope you all were able to get some things out of it. I love the fact that she's giving us very bite-sized chunks and the resources to do it at your own pace. So I hope you all really, truly enjoyed this.